that exists. I just got pointed at.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we're live now.
Welcome to episode 174 of the Crippled Systems podcast.
Crippled system. Or are you
No,
saying
it was an apostrophe
you're
S.
showing
This is
ownership.
Crippled Systems podcast. The Crippled System podcast is called Crippled System.
It would work much better if they can't see us.
I went from
And you're
announcer
doing that
voice to old man voice to Sean Connery voice.
Yeah. It would work much better if they couldn't see us. So I turned the camera off.
Everything works better if you
So,
can't see us.
Yeah. So
We don't need to hear about your private life.
Would you want to have sex with me with the light on?
That sounds like a really trick question.
I mean, just think, you'd have to look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just bad. Or you just turn it off.
You're right, lights off. Lights off.
My one advantage in life is that barring mirrors and other reflective surfaces, I'm the person who sees me the least.
Yeah. It'd be even better if you were a vampire.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. Then you wouldn't be
could
able to see yourself
sparkle.
at all. Well, you could sparkle and then
I believe the
spark.
correct term for those are glitter leeches.
What?
Glitter leeches.
I've never heard that term.
Be happy.
By the way, Brian and Andy lied to me. Tort is still my Facebook friend.
Are you sure?
I checked. We're still Facebook friends.
I don't know. When I looked, and I saw mutual friends. When I looked at Tort, it
Well,
said,
it doesn't list everybody. It shows like 4 or 5 people. It's
Tort,
not a
is Nathan still your
comprehensive list.
friend?
I can pull up Facebook right now.
So can he. How
He
fast
could
can you hit the
unfriend
unfriend
me.
button?
Do I have to prove it before he unfriends me?
"Yeah, take that screenshot."
Oh, Lord. How many of you were at that event yesterday, by the way? At
Andy.
most 2 of you. Dan, you didn't go? Oh, no, you were spending time with your family or something, right?
I
Those
was
fuckers.
going to go, and then I decided to play WoW all day instead.
Wow. Ooh,
That was an echoey one.
that was
Wow, is terrible.
WoW is not terrible. WoW is great, and I have like 40 more pets to get.
Ha! Tort admitted that we're still Facebook friends.
Yeah,
I look at it.
You
WoW
guys-
is slightly more healthy for me than my old cigarette addiction.
and it only costs you $15 a month, and your second-born child.
So slightly healthier.
Yeah.
Fair.
I was gonna say your firstborn child, but it's that one's already in existence and has not been mailed to California.
Yep.
Well, we'll see. What's the cost of postage nowadays?
Well, if you can fit him in the flat rate box.
It's a big ass flat rate box.
Just don't mail them to Arizona. Oh. Speaking of Blizzard,
Yes.
did you see?
They don't have blizzards in Arizona. Unless there's
in
Dairy
Mountains-
Queens. in
Mountains,
which
I
case they
assume
might have-
that
Arizona doesn't really have mountains.
It's got
too
some
far
mountains.
south, isn't it?
it's got some.
Yeah,
I don't think
they
they're
were.
tall enough for
Yeah.
a true blizzard type condition.
Yeah.
Somebody from Arizona tell us if there's blizzards there. No.
Yes, bring back City of Heroes. I don't know who that person with Twitch and all caps in their chat room is, but they're right. City of Heroes was the best, and I loved it.
I like City Heroes. I thought City Heroes was fun. I played it early in their game, which unfortunately at that time meant every single one of their fucking instances was a warehouse with robots or a warehouse with
the mob.
with mob,
The warehouse
or a
with
warehouse with the Nazi guys.
Yeah, the Nazis, the fifth
Yeah.
column. They were flat out literally Nazis at
Yeah.
first. When you played, they were still Nazis. They changed it because people in Europe are like, yeah, we don't like, Nazis so much, and so they made them into a fictional fascist regime.
So it could
Sure.
be sold in Germany.
Yeah.
But the game, I like the game. I like the premise of it. But yeah, what?
No, that was not my pirate voice. That was every voice except a pirate voice. Unless it was Sean Connery as a pirate, who would also be inexplicably a Spaniard alien from the Highlands.
Sounds party.
I was talking about Blizzard. That's what I was
Yeah,
talking
speaking
about.
of Blizzard.
Speaking of Blizzard, did you see what you knew? Words, fucking A. You know that Chris Metzen retired from gaming. One of the
If I knew who Chris Benson was, I might know that he retired from gaming.
Chris
She?
Metzen.
Chris Benson.
Yes, he is one of the higher ups over at Blizzard. He's basically the one that was behind like Overwatch and a lot of other games for Blizzard.
Okay.
They're retiring, or he's retiring, and they're presenting him with a statue that's very similar to the Disney statue of Walt Disney and Mickey, like he's kind of pointing in the air and he's holding Mickey's hand.
Yeah.
Except for it's him, Chris Metzen, holding Winston from Overwatch as a baby monkey.
It's cute.
Yeah. No, he's had his hand in like almost everything for Blizzard.
Similarly to him retiring, C. Martin Crocker died.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Wah, wah.
I wanted a spin-off just Moltar show.
Oh, Moltar, yeah.
Just flat all Moltar.
Space Ghost was the fourth wheel on that show.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It was a yeah. Just Moltar. That's all we need.
Fun.
Fun.
Oh, I'm Nathan.
Oh, I'm Jeff.
I'm Dan.
I'm Andy.
We
There's
skipped
no
that
Brian.
part. Zero
Yeah.
Brians to average out from the times that there were like 4 Brians.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my favorite thing about the event yesterday,
No Bryans?
there was a Brian.
There were
Oh.
multiple
There were
Brians.
multiple Brians.
Yes. There's 3
But-
Brians at the event. Oh, there was 3 at the start of the event.
Yeah, so the last event before Mark III dropped that I was at, Brian Culp was there, and it was the last of the 6-pack events, actually. The last of the 6-pack events. Brian Culp was there, who I love. I love you, Brian. But he was bitching like nobody's business about how unplayable garbage Scorn was just from all the leaks and everything, and how they were the worst ever, and he was going to drop the faction, and he was going to quit Hordes forever, and he just hated everything, and it was the worst thing ever. And then he went 4-0-1. And then somebody on his Facebook was like, I thought Scorn was terrible. He's like, I might be changing my opinion. Yes, play the factions. Shut up, play, find the good.
That was an argument, not an argument, but there was a conversation I was having yesterday with Brian Kerr.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been on a couple old ones, not very
Same
often.
here.
So,
I don't want to be a Brian. You
No.
no. be a Brian.
All right, I'll be a Brian.
no, you're Geezy, you're Kerr.
My pants are comfortable.
There's no new guys on the
I don't
podcast.
have
Everyone has
tattoos.
been on the podcast here before. Somebody had mentioned in chat that they voted for the new guy. And, well, Jeff has been on the podcast. Dan has been on the podcast several times.
Yeah.
At least all in one hand. You could probably count it on all in one hand that Jeff has
yeah.
been on the podcast. I think Dan's been on double digits at least.
Probably. With
Close
the
to
other
it.
recorded media, I've definitely been on double
Yeah.
digits.
But I was conversing with Brian Curry yesterday, who is still laid up with like a horrible leg something where you can't
He's
walk.
got full
Yeah.
gimp leg.
Yeah, he's got the gout or something.
It's not gout. I think he tore
Tendons or something.
some kind of tendon in his knee.
Doing some high athletic behavior.
Something about how his primary care doctor is an idiot, so she made him take like 3 weeks before she let him get an MRI. She's like, just ice it. It'll be fine. Take some ibuprofen.
Yeah.
So
On the bright side, he'll be rich soon.
that's true. But so the strains became tears.
Oh, my
Oh.
goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, and, he's not a small guy. So weight being put on said injured device, and
Yeah.
shit happens.
Ooh.
But I was talking with him, and in the conversation, one of the things that was brought up was the faction hate overall, and goddamn, everybody out there, they need to just forget everything that they know about Mark II.
Yeah.
There's a reason I'm taking 4 months off of Crix.
Yeah,
It's
and
because that's the only way that I can play that faction is to forget everything I knew about Gatsby 2.
yeah, and then just sit down and play. Because you know what? We had 3 Crix players, or not Crix players. We had 3 Scorn players yesterday at our tournament, and it was a fairly sizable. I think we were about 16 players or so.
Start or end? Start or end?
by the end of the tournament, I think we were at 16. And two of the Scorn players did fairly well.
Well,
One-
I mean, that's a fine percentage, you know?
Well, just because one person did bad doesn't mean the faction is bad.
correct.
Also,
correct.
the final game was Scorn against the bullshit Harkovich with 50 heavy warjacks spam list, played by someone who is a damn good player, especially when playing bullshit spam lists.
Correct.
And Scorn won.
Yep. Actually, the funny part is I did take on Brian Culp in round 2, and I was on my assassination run, and he had 1 Fury on him, on Xerxes. I had about 6 shots into him, and I did not kill him.
Good job.
So that was my contribution to
Was failing to kill Xerxes 2.
failing to kill
Who
Xerxes.
not only is Scorn terrible, but Xerxes 2 is the worst caster in Scorn as well.
It was Xerxes 1.
Oh, his was 1?
Yeah,
He
he
had
was playing
Xerxes 2, didn't he?
Nope. He was
Oh, it
playing
was 1?
Xerxes 1.
My bad. Never mind
and, I don't even know who the other caster was. He was Xerxes 1 with a mammoth.
Oh, it was Rasheth was his other one. I saw
Rasheth
his
was
list.
the other one. Yep.
Rasheth with Brigands, because fucking A, Rasheth with Brigands is like, those are POW what guns?
Yeah. So, yeah,
17?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can probably go for my rounds there, but anyway, just for screw what the internet says about your faction, just play lists and just
Figure it out for yourself.
Figure it out for yourself, because
The good point in chat, though, is there are some wonderful Scorn memes.
There
I
are.
joined the Scorn meme pages. My favorite was the, Trade and Scorn on Bartertown be like, and it's
Yes.
just a screenshot of like 4 or 5 threads, all with 0 replies. And it's like, have Scorn want money, have Scorn want Age of Sigmar models, have Scorn want the ability to feel love again. Want random twigs and rocks. Like, it's just
There
anything.
is one better than that, and that is Carver on a guinea pig, posted by none other than Miss William.
Not a guinea
Hungerford.
pig, an actual pig.
Was it an actual pig?
Yeah, it was a teacup
okay.
piglet.
Yeah.
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 But posted by one William Hungerford.
Except I was disappointed because he posted that on his Facebook wall like 5 months ago
Oh, yeah.
as a teaser of the new score of the new Minions calves. So that's recycling, and he should do better than that.
That's true, but he's still trolling them.
Fair, fair. And someone's like, I didn't know you were in this group, and he's like, I am everywhere. I joined the Cygnar group just to post that janky Darius thread, Darius list. Fuck any haters. That list is legit.
I mean,
I like making stupid lists that are annoyingly not terrible.
it's 3 Centurions and a Colossal.
Yeah. Come at me, bro.
I mean, you're basically Jordan then.
Hey, I'm playing Darius. Fuck you.
So would Jordan.
so would Jordan.
No, what? Darius is terrible.
Jordan would play him if he had a janky list that he felt like he could win with.
Yeah, but Jordan wouldn't like this list.
He wants
Jordan
to
would
be brutally
like it.
effective and heartless.
If it's a list that he could play, that's
The problem is it's not very aggressive, so yeah, Jordan
It's
would
very.
be.
That's the thing is like Jordan gave up on the double victor thing in Mark II that would have won every tournament he ever took it to just because he wanted to play it wrong, and so he'll do that. All I have is 3 models. I better not get them into any zones. You
But I have
lost.
to
This
shoot-
list sucks.
But I could shoot turn
Yeah, that's
1,
true.
so I have to.
Instead of running and getting into a zone and never losing the game ever, I can walk and shoot and hope to drift 6 inches to the 1 and maybe kill a model. That's tactically superior.
That's
You're
what I-
better than that, Jordan.
That's what I do with my Durgan list now.
Yeah, well,
Of course, I do well with my Durgan
I mean,
list.
that is
though.
a viable strategy against Keith.
sure. And it's a viable strategy when you have Andy drifts.
Oh, my drifts are great.
Like-
They're even better when I have artillerist with them.
I think artillerist with Andy is Scornergy because it's unnecessary redundancy.
That's true.
He's
too.
just
And
needed the rerolls.
seriously, there have been times where I've artilleristed something and it drifts exactly where I want it to go anyway. It's like, 5 inches into 1. Okay, no,
Black
all
Oil
that's
4
fine.
Menoth heavies.
Yeah,
Wah-wah.
I mean, that's only been, years?
yeah.
That's the trauma you induce with those drifts.
Sorry, Dan. But
That's okay. The last time Andy got me with that bullshit of a drift, I got right back to him in the same game because it was when Madeline Corbeau came out. And I bought her and glued her to her base and played her within 5 minutes against Andy. And I was so excited about my new model. And so we're playing, and he drifts like 6 inches to the 2 to just heat sink a Vanquisher shot to barely clip her base and kill her on like the bottom of 1. Like I moved her up, and then he just went bloop, she's dead. And her corpse token, and I know because it was the only corpse token. Her corpse token turned into a Risen that I popped up in Iris's back arc and one-shot at Iris by just punching her in the back of the head with this janky Risen. I'm like, she got her revenge.
Yeah, he came out on a point.
Yeah, it's great.
So, Chart, it's Darius, 3 Centurions, Journeyman with a Storm Wall, and pick 6 points.
Yeah, the current 6 points is Ragman. I think it's correct. It's Ragman, and then pick 2 points becomes a Tinker. Because with Centurion Wall, it's like you can't charge me. I got the shooting with the whatever, and
Can
they
they be
just march
knocked
up. No, because of Fortify. They can't be moved, placed, slammed, knocked down.
Okay.
Because the middle one is armor 23. The other 2 are armor 21. They're all completely steady and immovable.
Can't be charged.
And can't be charged. And they march up the field with a storm wall behind them that's armor 23, armor 22, because it's 19 plus the arcane shield.
22.
So they're all armor 22, basically, walking up the field unchargeable, and if you shoot them, just Darius and Tinker repair it off. If you manage to do a lot of damage, I just feet and then wade into you. Because Ragman then is just going to give them Dark Shroud, and they're going to be POW 20s and whatnot, just smashing your face.
And then you just pray you don't get I have to play that list during the pit.
I'll get in that pit. What's wrong with doing it in the pit?
You can probably get held off of the opponent's flag long enough.
I got half-jacks. They'll run over there.
Yeah, I don't, with my parrying, I don't know what I would do against that. It's like same thing with my parrying. Well, actually, my parrying against Jordan means I would be taking my Cephalix against him.
Yeah.
But I guess I can quickly go over what I faced yesterday. We
Sure.
did have a troll player that had no Magic 2.
Oh, and they went 0-4?
I don't know what their record was.
It's easy to have somebody with no Magic 2.
You don't need to Magic 2 to win. He's just easy to do that with.
His pairing that he had I took him on in first round was Doomshaper 2 and Gumbjorn. He chose to take Gumbjorn. Since I had a chance to take on hordes, I'm like, I'm going to take my Cephalix. And unfortunate for him, one entire flank of his army was turned into drudges. And then those drudges then were adrenal flooded into Gumbjorn. And Gumbjorn does not survive 3 adrenal flooded drudges into him. Second round was against Brian Culp. He took Xerxes. I decided to take Durgan. I did a lot of horrible things to his army. Got Xerxes almost dead. Had like I said, I had like 6 shots in to go into Xerxes. He had only 1 transfer, and I just failed on dice rolls.
Sure.
It was really, really bad. My third game, I took on Scorn again. It was
so much scoring in the meta now.
Yep. So
OP.
But he decided to take Zakar against me. First turn, he had 2 units. He had a full unit of Acuarii, the
Harpoons.
the harpoon guys, and he had a full unit of the incendiary AI. Ran them both on my flanks. I proceeded to blow up both those flanks and kill a bronze back my turn 1. So his turn 2, he had 2 cannoneers, some random guys, and Zakar. Or actually Zakar, who had no fury on him because I shot him with Iris. Then he moved Zakar closer to Iris to engage her and popped his feet.
Sure.
And then one of my gun bunnies cleared off Iris, and the Iris just shot him, cleared off his fury again, and that shot actually killed him.
Oh.
So, yeah, he was not happy. I did not lose a model that game.
My brother is upset that we're podcasting when the Packers game is ready to go. And he said, I have a new Zappity Grumble. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Is Tort that important? And no, Tort's not that important. It's just that we have DVRs and can fast forward through commercials this way. And our audience in general love.
I forgot to record it, so I should probably run downstairs and grab it.
Yeah, you should probably turn your DVR on.
Yeah.
Oh, another tournament update.
Like now.
Jeremy,
Go turn your DVR on.
Oh, and my final round, I went against Johnny, who's one of our locals in the area. He was playing Kador. He decided to take Butcher. I took Durgan. And
Butcher?
Butcher 1.
Okay.
His other one was Sorsha 1. So he's playing with
Classics.
classic Johnny Perrin.
Classic Johnny Perrin. He thought it was his fun list was to take Butcher, but he basically played that all day anyway. So I took Durgan, and Butcher did not survive multiple shots from Durgan. Even with Iron Flesh up, he's still armor 20, but I've got mortars, and those Horgenhold artillery crew
They hit hard.
fucking amazing under Durgan's feet.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go turn on the Packer game.
And meanwhile, yesterday, Jeremy drew some scrub player, another judge, and 0-1 against Crixon and dropped.
And Brian.
I didn't hear the story of that one. I just know.
Brian lost too, so they both lost.
Brian and Jeremy both 0-1 and then left to go hang out with people. Wow. Yeah. Well,
If you can't win, go and pout.
Yeah, legit people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, it's win or go home. If you're not first, you're last.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
But even then, that doesn't matter for Jeremy. I mean, he once 3-0 dropped. a tournament to go hang out with people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because it's the social thing. It actually was the nice way of that. It's like, oh, I really want to hang out with this other person, not these people at the tournament. Which I guess is, depending on the people at the tournament can be offensive, but the people that they want to hang out with are people who are not locals, and so they don't get a lot of time to hang out with them. So it was, it's kind of excusable.
It's not like I have to leave because I want to go hang out with the guy at the bar at the local restaurant.
Yeah, it's not my roommate and I are going to go play Gauntlet Legends in the arcade. It's like
hey, that sounds like a good time. I miss that game.
Well, you can just go buy a copy of it.
I know.
If I ever actually have money, I'm just going to buy some of my old favorite arcade games because there's local people that sell those.
Oh, yeah. Maybe people polish them up or even make them.
I mean, there's that arcade on Odana that, from what I hear of their prices, they're going to go under in about 6 months, so you can probably pick up some cabinets.
There's an arcade in Odana?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I don't know, relatively recently, but I was trying to remember who I was talking to, but they said, yeah, they're charging like 20% under what they should be. So I'm going to enjoy it for 6 months. What's up? There's the new arcade in off Odana.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're very inexpensive.
Like just like tokens or?
What? It's like a pass for a day?
I don't know what they're doing, but I was talking to someone who said that they're charging way less than they should be. So
okay, so they probably do like you get in, you can play whatever you want, probably with like a cheap pass.
something.
Maybe. Well, because otherwise they're charging a quarter. Either the machines go on nickels, which proves that person's right, or they do the daily pass thing and they're just not charging enough.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
but that's
flip
a
side
correctable
volume,
problem,
right?
though.
Yeah, it is a correctable problem. Or maybe it's not actually a problem. I mean,
maybe they're making it up on food. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, like movie theater ticket price, like look at cheap theaters, right?
Yeah.
The cheap theater is provably charging like 80% less than they should because you go and see the Avengers for $3 instead of $15, but they're still in business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was working at the budget cinema in Madison here, when they were charging $1.75 a film,
Wow.
I just sitting there thinking, it was like, how are they actually making money?
I only have two brothers, and I wasn't going to spoil which one's my least favorite brother, but it's about to be public which is my least favorite brother.
So you're not staying for the Packer game then?
What?
Or are you staying for the Packer game?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't need it spoiled live in chat by an asshole, though.
Hey, you know what I can do?
You can just squelch
just-
my brother. My guess is he won't actually do that. Although he should give me one just because I misheard him one time. We got free tickets to a Packers game because you're going to put him on Whisper. You're going to time him out. You don't have to. He could. We went to a Packers game for free because of him being
Can't
something
read
or
what
another.
that says.
But he called and he wasn't able. What are you doing?
I'm trying to read what it says, but I can't see it.
Read what says.
What is it? What does it
It
say?
says mod user.
Oh, okay.
So you just made him a mod?
Oh God.
Oh my God! Adam J is already moderator of this. You didn't undo it. You tried doing it again. Is that the undo? No, that's ban. Is there no don't have him be a moderator? You can't make him a moderator.
Oops.
Undo.
I don't know.
Undo. Son of a bitch! The power will go to his head. Oh wait, no, maybe he's not. I don't know. Just whatever. Point is, he called and he talking to him, and he's like, "Don't tell me anything that happens." And I thought he said, "Tell me something that happens," and so I immediately told him about a big play that happened. That's the story. Also, disaster. Show moderator action.
I'm gonna make sure. Well,
That'll just show what he does. It won't stop him from doing it. He's destroyer of worlds. The only way to fix this is to make everyone an admin. That's a good idea, Nick. Whatever, fuck it. Let Adam be a mod. He'll be fine. He's an officer in the military. Surely, if the government trusts him with power, we can trust him with power. Now Nick is a moderator. We'll just go straight on Godzilla right here. Let them fight. Oh, Lord.
there's an issue with Twitch. I don't know how to make somebody not a moderator.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that it's not a toggle. Oh, good. It's a bluff. He's leaving. But now Nick's a mod, and we don't know how to undo that. Damn it. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what to do.
Travis says he won't abuse mod powers. That's obviously true that he won't abuse mod powers. So he can fight. That wasn't the mod. You timed him out. You just banned Travis for 10 minutes.
Oh, it is 10 minutes.
Wow, ouch.
Holy shit!
I think Andy's the one who's mad with power.
I think that Andy's the one who's incompetent with power. Message deleted. You deleted his messages.
I didn't know that I could do that. I'm making a moderator.
You must unban this user before granting mod status.
How do I unban?
Holy shit! Can he still watch? Is he just he can't chat? Don't click it again.
All right. No.
You can't. You can't. Wow.
Twitch is nothing but one-way streets.
Well, if you like, wow. Okay. See, that's okay. This makes sense because it's not like you're the person in charge of all the technological aspects of our podcast or anything.
I'm not. God damn it.
Jesus. I don't even know if he can still watch. I don't know what's happening.
I feel bad. I'm so sorry.
Here, the new people can talk amongst themselves while Andy figures out what's happening.
About that.
Yeah.
Well, you can talk about Arizona.
Oh, yeah, the Arizona thing.
This is what we're going to use to save us?
I thought we talked about it off air so that we didn't have to talk about it on air.
Okay.
That's how bad this cast has become. Save us, Nathan.
Bad/glorious. So, yeah, well, so just to lighten things up, we'll talk about child molestation for a little while. No. Oh, Travis can still watch. We're okay.
Yay.
I'm so sorry, Travis. I did not mean. I was just being silly, and I did not mean to actually.
At least, so Andy evened it up because now Andy made it so that we can't read chat.
Oh, I can fix that.
So we've all been banned from our own chat from a certain point of view.
I mean, I'll kill the network, but I'll bring it back.
Don't kill my network. I gave you access to that.
What? Network? What?
I was going to pull Twitch up on my iPad. But,
yeah.
But
that's what you meant. Oh.
chat has been restored, so...
Oh, yeah. Unmod username -Andy. That's the instructions.
Oh.
Tort figured it out. I mean, they could make it something clickable, but that would be too easy.
Well, because it's one thing to grant somebody power and authority, but you can't just take that stuff away.
Why not?
Have you looked at the government?
Well,
Stupid Nick has got a stupid long name.
Well, yeah, you copy and paste.
it's not mod, it's unmod.
Yeah, it's not it's slash unmod. He's already a mod.
Super mod.
Oh, hey, that worked pretty well. And so you didn't need the brackets. Tort was lying to us.
No, the brackets just indicate the username.
Have fun spelling.
Yeah, have fun spelling Travis's Neckarol Zoy.
Nope.
No. Nope. Unban Nikurol Zoo. Oh, that's an L. I always thought it was a lowercase I that I was just squinting at in the Nope. You're not unbanning.
Travis,
Whatever.
try typing.
He'll be fan in 8 minutes. Fine, not fan. God damn it.
You were talking about Arizona.
Oh, just don't have a child or be a pediatrician in Arizona.
Yeah.
If so, you are a sex offender.
So we hear about Australia and their fucked up laws, and well, we have
We have to
a
take it back
plethora
next
of fucked up laws. But
Yeah, the American
this is-
justice system has issues. Australia, I mean, my problems with Australia aren't for their laws in general. I think in general their laws are mostly okay. They just have one glaring area, and everything around it turns terrible.
So
Isn't it called like
immigration and Aboriginal
Angel
rights?
Island or something awful like that as well? I don't know. I don't remember the name of the, but whatever. I'm not going to talk about child molestation. We already did that off air.
That makes it sound
doesn't
better.
make it sound better.
That
at
does
all.
not make it sound better.
Well, I mean, basically the law. You're the one who actually read the article
Fine,
more than
I'll
I
go.
did. So
In every single state, they have a very rational thing, which is that if you touch the boobs or the genitals or the butthole of a child for sexual reasons, that's sexual assault on a child.
yeah,
Duh.
which is fucking
Duh.
It's reasonable.
Yes,
it makes sense.
It's reasonable, and it's just a duh definition, you know? And so the Arizona law skips the for sexual reasons. It just says if you touch the breasts, genitals, or anus of a child, it's sexual assault. And it also says if you do it directly or indirectly. So, like, if you
Which
bathe...
means, as me as a parent, I'm not going to Arizona because I don't want to be a sexual predator every time my child shits.
Yeah, change the diaper. Like, maybe changing a diaper, you could, like, hold them under a faucet and, like, by their feet and just, you don't have to touch.
You have not had infants for a while, have you?
Do you like waterboarding?
That's just it.
It wouldn't be a thorough cleaning, but you could technically just touch, like, limbs and the diaper and do a terrible job, and then they get diaper rash. And then you have to take them to a pediatrician who will yell at you, wipe their ass, and be a sexual assault on their behalf. But you didn't have to do it. But, like bathing them? Like a fucking, like, oh, I got a sponge and what?
This is clearly instigated by the people on stock in the baby bidet.
Right?
You got to adjust the head on the shower. So, instead of being
Just
being
hold
just
up
a straight
in front of the
stream,
pulsate.
it's the pulsate stream. So
I'm not going to hold a baby upside down in front of the pulsate setting on a shower head. Like, that can't end well.
That's what the dishwasher's for.
Jose? You want him to do it?
This episode's going to be great for a soundboard.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's just like dumb laws. And there's the dumb laws, like, it's...
Like, there's no limit to DUIs?
It's still... Well, Wisconsin...
You got to protect those drinking rights.
Apparently DUIs are our state sport, and so they don't punish them as much as just, laugh at them. But it's technically illegal to enter Wisconsin from Minnesota with a chicken on your head. That is against the law.
What?
That makes perfect sense.
In Minnesota, you cannot wear a chicken on your head?
No, you can wear it in Minnesota, and you can wear it in Wisconsin,
okay.
but you can't cross the border from Minnesota to Wisconsin with a chicken currently on your head.
So is this a law that's in Wisconsin?
I believe it's a Wisconsin law that if you come in with a chicken on your head, you're going to get arrested. You can come in and then put it on your head immediately, that's fine, but you can't cross the border with it already there. At least that was a law like a decade ago. I haven't checked recently because I haven't had opportunity to need to worry about it, but at the time I couldn't. But yeah, so that's a thing. Or like the more sensical Wisconsin law that should be a law the worldwide. Actually, it shouldn't even have to be a law because margarine shouldn't exist. But if you are given a substance in Wisconsin and it is margarine, not butter, they are legally required to warn you of the fact that you might accidentally eat margarine. And that's damn right.
I have this brilliant image of you sitting in a Perkins somewhere throwing a fit that you were given margarine and weren't told.
I would throw a goddamn fit. If you put that in butter only, margarine is terrible for you.
It tastes so good.
It is. It tastes worse than butter.
Two types of margarine. There's the really high-end stuff that they use for restaurant stuff, which is fine, and then there's the god-awful stuff they sell to normal people.
Mm-hmm. So the god-awful stuff they sell to normal people will literally kill you. Well,
It's plastic.
It's plastic. It's got trans fats coming out of every aspect of it. But even the good stuff at hospitals, the good stuff at restaurants, fuck it, it's not butter.
I was happier with not Jeremy.
Well, Gunther and Winston, and then he says Dan and Jeff in order, so I'm sticking with that order. So you're Gunther, Dan, and you're Winston, Jeff.
All right.
Which is good because you are the underappreciated Ghostbuster.
Nobody liked Winston.
You might be the most quoted Ghostbuster, and people don't realize that because the best line in that fucking movie that people say all the time is a Winston line, and I think people just think it's Bill Murray or whatever.
Yeah, it's a big Twinkie.
That's Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a great line. But when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Mm-hmm. That's a Winston line because Winston was great.
No, the Twinkie line is from 1.
No, that's from 2.
That's from 2 because you talk about all the bottled up rage.
Yeah.
And the rage is in Ghostbusters 2.
I'm getting my Ghostbusters mixed up.
There's also the you pay me and I'll believe whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as there's a steady paycheck involved.
Yeah, I mean that's a great line too. But I think if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes, has got to be in the top 3, if not the number 1 Ghostbusters single quoted line.
Mm-hmm.
not posted on memes, like, because you get exchanges. And that's the thing is you get a lot of good dialogue in that. Like, yes, it's true, this man has no penis, but you need the whole conversation for that line. You don't just walk up to someone and go, yes, it's true, this man has no penis. What it is, you can do that with the
Congratulations,
you say yes.
Travis. You can post again.
I've seen shit that will turn you white. That's also a great line. A great Winston line.
Yeah, I untimed it out, Trevor. Oh, Travis.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Is Trevor better than Sam? Like, is that a step up? Oh, it is an I, not an L. It sure looks like it's definitely
That's why that might not have worked.
it's an L. Because Tort's an I and he's right above Travis. I'm gonna. No, that is for sure an L in the Twitch chat. Because you can see the separate dot on Andy's or on Tort's eye and on non-Euclidean Nick's eye, which is the same color as Travis's. So Travis is definitely an L. Or a cap. You used a fucking capital I without serifs and Are you shitting me? Why would you put a capital I in the middle? Ugh. He does ban him again. He fucking deserves it. No, don't.
Careful, he's just going to mod him up then. Like,
Yes. Why would
We have no more mods, right?
I don't know.
No. Actually, your brother is still a mod on this.
He just
channel.
said he was leaving, so
Yeah,
it didn't matter.
So, sorry.
Oh, what was it? Something?
Twitch did not
Ghostbusters.
capitalize that.
Hey, he's claiming Twitch randomly cap. I think he had a stroke and hit the shift button while typing it in. Did you guys see the new Ghostbusters? Am I the only one in this room that
I
actually
think so.
saw the new Ghostbusters?
I meant to. I did not because I didn't want to give it money
I'm
because
a new
it
parent,
didn't
so
deserve
I
it.
haven't been able to.
Why didn't it?
No,
yeah,
I'm trolling you. I'm completely
you were
trolling
trolling me.
you. I originally the original previews for that movie
Were horrifically
were
bad.
horrific.
Yeah.
And that really, like, generally 90% of the people who saw those previews did not want to see that movie because of those previews.
I will grant not seeing it because it was an unnecessary reboot of a beloved franchise and it had terrible trailers. Like, those are two valid reasons to see it. Not seeing it because you hate dem women's is fucking retarded.
Correct.
Calling things retarded is retarded. I'm not supposed to say that.
Well,
But
It's 2016 now.
okay, it's fucking retarded. It's got downs all up in its ass. But once the reviews were all like, it was actually a good movie. Like, everybody saw it was like, this movie's really good, but by then it was too late.
yeah.
Oh, see, I heard a handful of like fairly mixed reviews early on. Like people going like it was really bad, it was garbage, and I don't know if that was the trailers.
I think
speaking
it was just
or-
people.
The trailers were saying that, and also people who didn't see it but hate women were claiming that on like. Before it came out, it had thousands of negative reviews on like IMDb and stuff because neckbeards
Gotcha.
were like, it was the worst.
So
I
so
swear."
check my sources is the problem.
Yeah. And they'll be like, yeah, so what was the bad part? I can't name specifics for no reason, but I swear I saw it.
I mean, I look at it; it's got to be better than Amazing Spider-Man.
Well,
So.
yes. Like I said, I wasn't the best movie I've seen. I had a few valid complaints, but they were smaller than the things I liked about it.
It's definitely like a Netflix-worthy film, from what I understand, but it's not there yet.
Nope.
Yeah.
It was good in the cheap theater. You can still see it in the cheap theater.
Is it there?
It said if.
Oh,
I don't think it's out on DVD yet, is it? And usually it comes out
yeah.
DVD about the same time as the cheap theater.
I think the cheap theater has like a week beforehand half
Yeah,
the time.
it's pretty close.
So that's how I can tell when the new Ghostbusters movie is available. Just keep checking the billboard outside of Pegasus. Like,
Yes.
What's out now? Oh, right. That's the end of my story.
It's a good story. I was nodding in agreement.
Oh, okay.
That was sage advice.
All right.
You are, as always, sagacious.
Here you go, trying to use the big words. Or
Hey.
using the big words with success and confusing Andy.
Which is a better pointless big word? Pulchritudinous to mean physically attractive, or sagacious to mean smart.
Both those words don't sound like what they're intended to mean.
Well, sagacious has sage right in there, right?
Yeah, but it has a malicious bent to it. You know, it has kind of this like, oh yeah, that's the word you use for the evil genius, not just the person who, you know, is thinking straight.
That you're trying to compliment.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. But pulchritudinous just sounds like you have boils or something. Like, that's a disease.
Yeah. Well, the sagacious
You got
it makes
pulchritude.
it makes it sound it's kind of like a backhanded compliment. It's like, you're really smart.
I like you even though you're like this.
I'll accept it.
Negative connotation to... Oh, maybe there is. I think you're just scared of words.
I might be.
Yeah.
Words are dangerous.
Words kill.
Like if you carved a word into a plank of wood and then beat somebody to death with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched the Don Hertzfeldt's cartoon. Words do kill. They do literally fall out of the sky and kill people in that cartoon.
He's got some... what's the new short that came out on Netflix just a couple months ago by him?
I don't know, but
Life is something... Well, no, there's the full-length one that...
He did recently a Simpsons intro. That's within the last year. I don't know if you've seen that.
Did you tweet that we were podcasting?
No.
So there's no Twitter or Facebook post for people to post Zappity Grumbles on?
Oh, there's our live stream tweet when saying that we went live.
Oh, does that automatically go to Facebook? Because somebody just messaged me and said there's no Facebook post.
Oh, no, it might
It was
not
by
have.
intent. Keep the runtime down.
I wonder if there's something wrong with Twitch where it doesn't actually tweet it. It emails followers. I thought it used to tweet that we went live. It probably stopped doing that. And I just failed to fix it.
At least you didn't ban anybody.
I can start doing that now again. Who wants to be banned? Next person to say something will be banned.
I want to log on to Twitch on my phone here and say something, so you have to ban me.
Well, we just did this Thursday. We did a playthrough, which Nathan got annoyed at me because I kept on venturing further ahead.
You're gonna be killed.
I got you killed once.
So take a step back. What did you guys play?
The thing you did got me killed once, but you did it dozens of times.
Duh.
Because what would happen? We played Death
Road
Road to
to
Canada.
Canada.
It was a fun zombie fighting game. I probably will buy it and play it single player at home. And it was fun. But
Sorry, Nick.
we'd go into a room.
He's not the first one to post.
Damn it.
Arctic Circle said that he put his
Yeah.
thing in the thing. Anyway, we'd go into a room, and I'd be fighting zombies, and Andy would be like, wow, there's a lot of zombies in here. In his head. This isn't something he'd say out loud, because God forbid you communicate tactically with the person you're fighting zombies with.
Was this same screen?
Same screen,
Okay.
same screen. But he's player one, I'm player two, so the camera cares about him. Okay, I'm going to fight. If you ever played like Secret of Evermore, I'm the dog, and he's the kid. So, and that game was amazing. But anyway, so we'd go in a room, and we'd be fighting, and because the dog was better than the kid.
It really was.
Why the deal with? I'll talk about Evermore later. Evermore's the next topic. So we'd go in a room. There'd be zombies. I'd be fighting them. I'd be hitting them and stuff, and I'd be like, "Man, there's a lot of zombies here. I don't want to get killed." So he'd leave the room, which meant that the camera would follow him. So he'd be in his room with no zombies. I'm still getting eaten in another room that I can't see.
Well, the way the game works, though, is if you are closer to me when I leave the room, you immediately appear at the door. The issue was that you're off. The game is more about not. You don't have to kill zombies.
We needed supplies.
With one zombie in the room off in the corner, you didn't need to go and kill him. We could just walk around him.
No,
But you were very violent towards.
It was a safe kill.
It,
Better to kill him when he's alone and he's safe than to let him team up with other zombies later and catch us from behind.
generally, it was an issue where. I guess maybe the other thing too is I've watched so much of the other people streaming it that I've known that it's better to just ignore and go grab things and then run, grab things and run.
YOLO.
So your strategy is to not tell your partner anything.
Oh no! You listen to that stream though. There was a lot of me going there like, I'm leaving now. There's a lot of zombies. I'm leaving now. Nathan, you don't have to kill that zombie. I'm leaving now.
Fair.
The best. I mean, that will be up. I think tomorrow. It will be up on YouTube. There are some.
I'm assuming Tort's
things.
lying, by the way,
I'm
in
checking.
chat. Don't you dare check, because I'm assuming he's lying, and as long as I'm assuming that, it's safe.
I might not tell you, but I want to know.
Okay.
So Secret of Evermore?
No, so here's the thing with Secret of Evermore. So we've all played Secret of Evermore. Great
Long
Super Nintendo
time
game.
ago.
Well, I mean, it's
Fine.
an old
Let me
game.
summarize the main thing. You would go to different areas, and each area there were 3 weapons that you would get over time. And the first thing you would get would be an axe, or some equivalent of an axe, and it was a melee weapon, and it was weak. Then, or no, it was middle strength. Sorry, it was a melee weapon. No, it was weak. It would be the weakest of the three because that's the problem. It was a melee weapon, and then later on you'd get a spear, and the spear was also melee weapon. But number one, it had reach. Number two, it did more damage than the axe, and number three, if you charged it up, you could throw it as a ranged weapon. So strictly better than the axe. Longer reach, stronger damage, and
But you couldn't
throw
cut
it.
things with the spear. Not everything.
Oh, so like if you had to get through some shrubs, whatever.
I'm too lazy to change weapons.
The third thing you would get, and it was always in this order. The third thing you would get. Hello. What the hell was that polka music on your phone?
That was the required ad before your Twitch stream.
I want that to be my new ringtone.
What are you trying to do?
Anyway,
Yeah, let Tort in the chat.
don't you start confirming or denying his goddamn spoiler. The point is, the third weapon you would get is the sword analog, and the sword... Damn it.
That is very similar to my struggle at work when my headphones pop out of my phone. It's
And the
like,
porn just starts blaring
and
everywhere.
there's just music just going really loud. I'm like,
Oh, sure, music. Try putting a Crippled System podcast at work.
Anyway, the third weapon you'd get is a sword analog, and the sword analog did the exact same damage as the spear, but with the shorter reach of the axe and the inability to throw it.
But you could charge up and spin.
what was the game again?
Secret of Evermore. A woefully underappreciated game for the Super Nintendo.
Is-
The only game released by Squaresoft of America. They made an American branch studio,
sure.
released that game, and then went bankrupt because nobody bought it because everybody played Secret of Mana, and then for some reason not Evermore. But I fucking love Secret of Evermore.
Okay, so I played Secret of Mana. I did not play Secret of
Secret of Evermore is a boy and his dog get transported into various... he's from our era, so he always will be like, hey, this is just like that obscure B movie that I saw and whatnot. But that game was great.
But it's not Boy and His Blob, though.
It's not Boy and His Blob. It's Boy and His Dog. But his dog is a robot. Every time zone he goes to, the dog changes. So in like the dinosaur one, it's like this hulking saber-tooth monster. And then in the Renaissance one, it's like a French poodle. And
Yeah, I never understood that one. Like
'cause
it's
it's
like
high
big
class.
hulking dog or a greyhound and robot dog, and there's the poodle.
because it's hoity-toity French nobleman kind of thing. You're in castles and they're all noblemen, so he's all hoity-toity. It's the Scarlet Pimpernel of dogs.
I can't argue the point. It just seemed odd to me.
Also, I love the magic system in that game.
Oh, I hated the magic system in that game.
Yeah, because the great thing about Magic System is you could ignore it because all you did was level up the first spell you got really high, and then you never bothered learning new spells.
Oh, see, I liked all the different kind of
I know.
spells, and then you'd run out of the one material that was only 3 of in the game because you're
Yeah.
supposed to level it up. Like, I cast spell 3 times, so I just got to find more of that thing I just found out doesn't
No,
exist.
you were supposed to save that spell for the 3 times you needed it.
Right.
The thing with the Magic CS system in Secret of Evermore was it was not magic, it was alchemy, and so to cast like Fireball, it would use like 3 ash, 2 of something else, of 1 and something else. So you had to.
So you use the one thing that all wizards and mages and everything in second edition D&D ignored,
Yeah.
using the actual components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it required the components. But what's also cool is the individual spells leveled up the more you used them, and
Sure.
so your favorite spells got stronger. But it'd be weird because, like, your starting spell, you'd level up to the point where it was at that point stronger than the new spell that you just learned. And
Oh.
so if you wanted to switch the new spell, you'd have to reduce your power temporarily until it leveled up past the old spell. And so it's kind of this interesting commitment.
But the trick is that some of those reagents were a very limited quantity, so that the game had the mechanics to level them up, but not the capacity to.
I think there was only one thing that was literally there's X of them in the game. Some of them were harder to find. Like I know, like the Atlas amulet, you only found 2 or 3, but there was a hidden merchant who would sell them, and they were just expensive. But I think there was only like 1 or 2. Like I think only one thing that was literally a finite amount, and it was the one that cast the spell where like everything exploded, and it would trivialize the game if you could cast it more than 3 times ever.
So I will agree with the one point about the magic system made, and that's you have to ignore it. That's the best way to use the magic system in that game.
Also, it's great, and it's funny, and it's hilarious. Like, there's a time where you fight, like, your standard doppelganger fight that you do in RPGs, and you fight, like, 8 versions of yourself, and then after you win, this bystander's like, wow, you're really strong. You're at least 8 times stronger than yourself. And that doesn't make sense. He just wanders away confused.
So this is for the Super Nintendo? Did
Yeah.
this
Oh,
ever
yeah.
get re-released in any other form?
I mean, any emulator.
You might be able to download it on the Wii's Virtual Console too. They've gotten a
Possible.
lot of those in there.
I would have to get a Wii again.
It's fun.
I lost my Wii.
And you can play it 2-player because one person can be the dog. Or you can do single player and you can either switch back and forth when you want to, or you use the shoulder buttons to make the dog sniff because he can find reagents.
Well, except one of the problems with playing the dog is there are certain stages where you don't get the dog for a while.
yeah. Well, then that guy gets to go, do something
Bell
else. Yeah, Taco Bell run.
Oh, right.
And the guy who gets to play as the main character pays. So what he does is he hands some money to goes, fetch dog, and then the guy goes on a Taco Bell run.
So you throw money at somebody and go, now, bitch, where's my tacos?
That's what I do.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I'll tell you what, if you're paying for Taco Bell, I will get it, and you can call me a bitch. Because you're buying Taco Bell. I'm cool with that.
So you're a cheap date.
Fuck yeah. I will demean myself for tacos.
That should be a T-shirt.
T-shirt. I will demean
Demean
self for tacos. I'm going to dress up as a homeless guy and just hold that as my cardboard sign.
It's okay. So
The worst is that they just they undid the law that made it illegal to beg at streetlights on Madison like a month ago. So if
Well,
you've
it's been
noticed,
a little bit more than that.
maybe
but
like
yeah.
2, 3, whatever. It was recently. So if you've noticed, all of a sudden, every single
There's-
stoplight you stop at, hilariously, it's still illegal to give them money.
oh really?
So they've been having cops in dirty clothing standing there and then writing tickets to people if they give them money.
I wouldn't surprise me. So
Oh, I thought those were receipts.
Yeah, their tax deductions.
Travis will be there in 90 minutes.
Yeah, he's buying Taco Bell. Although the gas money's more than the Taco Bell. But then this is the end where it turns out that infinite is the amount of food you can get for $20 at Taco
I
Bell.
was just thinking we could loot his basement and that could cover the trip.
We can do that too.
hey, you have to find somebody to buy his stuff in his basement, though.
Yeah.
Travis.
Just resell it to Travis. No, there's so we go to Chipotle every day because we're participating in that wonderful Chipotle experience.
Over yet?
No, but we're close to being done. So,
I thought it was only like for a month or for
no,
a quarter.
You have to do
3
it
months.
3 months in a row. So there's a deal with Chipotle. If you go there for like 14 burritos, or I think it's like 12 burritos a month, or equivalent, something $6 or more at Chipotle for a month, you get a status of hot. And if you keep that status for 3 months, at hot, you get a $250 catering,
Like, that's
free catering from
insane.
them. Yeah,
Like, so I assume this is the 3rd month that they've
Yep.
had that. So nobody's won that yet. I'm guessing next month Chipotle goes bankrupt.
probably.
The number of people they have to give a $250 fucking thing to, like, are you kidding me?
We have 3 in our group that we've been doing that. So
And it must not be like, that must reset you to 0. You can't then say, like, oh, the next month it's still been at least 3 months in a row, so do it again.
I think they're only doing it just for the summer.
It's a one and done.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
All right.
I don't know when I can spend it, but anyway, I was kind of brought that part up.
I know multiple people are doing this, and I am going to tag along for their free catering thing for every single one of
I
them.
was thinking about doing this. Brian's talking about doing this for like board game days,
Yeah.
and just we'll have Chipotle cater our board game day.
Yep.
I might even do it for an event. I mean, it's a 20-person meal. That
Well,
could also go for.
So says you.
Yeah, it's a 5-person Wisconsin meal.
Yes.
So, but anyway, on our way to Chipotle, we walk past this guy that's on the street corner that's doing the begging. Last Friday, when we walked to Chipotle, we saw him sitting on a bench a little ways down from there, and he was on his cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
That's pretty common.
yeah.
The thing is there are actual homeless people who suffer and their life is hard and they need money and they need what they need to get by, and that's maybe 1 of 100 people you see begging on those corners.
Yeah.
Because, and honestly, most of the homeless people don't bother begging like that. You know, they just live their life and they do their thing. And if they're sitting there and you happen to give them money, that's awesome. But they don't do an 8-hour shift at the Stuckey's stoplight asking for money.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, what I believe, and some of the other guys that walk with us too, you don't give them money, you give them food. And you give them
Yeah.
like socks or some type of clothing, something like that, which honestly they need more than.
Yeah, no,
than
I've got a friend who carries around $5 McDonald's gift cards for that
Oh,
explicit
yeah.
purpose.
Yeah. just giving them straight out money. For one thing,
it's a easily tradable for heroin resources. What you need to give them.
Yeah. So, and if they're really homeless and they really need the food, a $5 McDonald's gift card is
2 meals.
yeah.
The thing is, if they're really homeless, I'm okay with them getting heroin with the money. Like, that's not my issue. It's whether they're a heroin junkie or not. My issue is whether there's somebody living in a place like this making $1,000 a week.
Yeah, off of the generosity.
Begging. I don't even have to air quotes.
other-
Literally begging, but claiming to be homeless.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, there are some homeless people that have phones
Correct.
because you
Yeah,
can
I mean,
do that.
Well,
but
and an iPhone 4 is the penny burner phone now.
yeah. So but that wouldn't be the piece of proof that he's not homeless. It's just the fact that, man, I feel like most
their
of those
shoes.
people aren't.
That's a good thing to check. Actually, is
They got good shoes, yeah. Well, they all have a nice new book bag on the glass behind them that's full of
UW books.
UW books and whatnot. But yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. It sucks
just
that people are homeless. It's sad when people who are homeless beg. It's annoying when people who aren't homeless get a shitload of money pretending to be homeless.
yeah. It'd be almost better if we can get them to get a card of some sort to prove.
We have Australians fighting. Oh, that's a legit pun from Arctic Circle. The Samsung Galaxy Note 7 is a new burner phone.
That's oh my god!
Wow.
You hear like airlines are basically not allowing that phone to even be powered up or plugged into their systems.
Yeah.
On a plane? Yeah,
can't-
no,
yeah.
You can't. It has to be powered completely down. You cannot do anything with the
I
phone.
mean, the airline doesn't want to get raped by the TSA. What do you expect?
Yeah. I saw like the memes too, like the one that's got Two-Face from Dark Knight, and they're like, I'm loving my new Samsung Galaxy phone, and the iPhone 7 doesn't have a headphone jack, but the Galaxy literally explodes as a perfect encapsulation of the current election cycle. Oh, yeah. Fucking Adam J42. Fuck that guy. Oh, banned. Not even timed out. Full on banned.
Well, we did say no spoilers, and he did post something that could be potential as a spoiler.
Could be, could not be.
Yeah. Well, I guess
I know the
never
truth,
know.
but I won't tell you
That's
until
fine.
later.
Although it'd be a heck of a weird spoiler.
Yeah, 14:2 is it was deleted, so I guess I
Yeah.
didn't. So now I just spoiled it. Sorry if you didn't see it.
What about our non-live listeners who aren't in chat?
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah,
What if
that's true,
there's
too.
somebody listening to this who recorded the game and has avoided the newspapers and internet and was going to listen to the game 3 or 4 days after it played?
Then they're a bad Wisconsinite.
Fair. Now, they could be a Minnesota fan, and that's about the level of intelligence I expect from a Minnesotan.
They record to watch it later,
Well-
hoping they'll win.
In that case, fuck
I
them.
can watch this Thursday.
There, hey.
Dirty her.
I got trolled one time when I recorded the game
Because you weren't trolled.
because I wasn't trolled. I ended up recording the Packer game where the Seahawks made their tremendous, ridiculous, over-the-top comeback, which pissed off all the Packer fans in the world. And
Was that the questionable call one or the legitimate?
no, that was the one where the Seahawks did an onside kick and,
Okay,
came back in the last 2 minutes.
The legitimate come
Yeah,
from behind,
yeah.
not the ref was bribed come from behind.
Correct. And that was taken from any other perspective was an amazing sequence of events. It sucks for a Packer fan, but overall for a sports fan, that's awesome. But as I was watching the game, I was playing WoW at the time, somebody jumped into chat, one of my friends, and said, "Hey, did you catch the Packer game?" I'm like, No, I'm watching it now. He's like, "Oh yeah, it sucks that they lost." I'm like, "No, what? Why did you do that to me?" And then as I'm watching the game, the Packers basically dominated
56 minutes.
3.75 quarters of the game, just basically almost all until the last 5 minutes of the game. I'm like, how the fuck are they going to win this? Or how is Seattle even going to remotely win this? And then it happened. So I thought the entire time that the person that told me the Packers lost was trolling me, and I ended up trolling myself.
World of Tomorrow is the short by Hertzfeld that's on Netflix now.
Oh, not The Edge of Tomorrow, because that's a great
It's
movie
Such a
too.
Beautiful Day is the feature-length film that's on Netflix.
Oh, but it's not Edge of Tomorrow, and that movie's awesome.
Yeah, he did not animate that one.
That would be actually really funny to see him, like a full-on version of him animating Edge of Tomorrow.
I think it'd be one very long death montage. And that's basically the whole animated short right there.
I mean,
Well, that's a Hertzfeld film.
Do I get to watch a 15-minute death view of Tom Cruise?
I mean,
That was the highlight of the actual movie.
Yeah, it
Hertzfeld's
was.
first mainstream video is just 10 minutes of balloons murdering children.
I mean, it is a good time.
It is hilarious. The first kid that gets murdered by a balloon is hilarious in that.
Is that where the balloons are just
They're,
grabbing
rebelling,
people
yeah.
and then just dropping them from the sky? And stuff
Yeah,
too?
Billy's balloon.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Lifts him and drops him, lifts him and drops. And then, the best part is when it goes all the way up, into the sky. And it's great because he's happy. His balloon's lifting him. It's a magical journey. It gets higher and higher, and he gets more and more concerned. And then he's floating, and he, turns around, you see another kid floating, and he waves, and the other kid waves, and then a jet engine kills that other kid. And then his balloon drops him.
Technically, yes. Most likely, no.
14-2 is a score.
It's a valid score.
The only numerical value that you cannot score is 1. Because 2 is the least you can score, and then you can also score 3, and by having access to both of those, you can score any even or odd number except for 1.
Correct.
You're terrible if you let your opponent scores 4, but
Yes.
That is true,
Yes.
but it is...
It's a field goal with an extra point.
The 2-point score is the 2-point score is the hardest thing to do.
Correct.
And so, yeah. You
No-
can't get a 2-point conversion without getting a touchdown first. So
Basically, 2 points is a safety. It's basically you are tackled in your own end zone by the defense.
And while it's semi-topical, it annoys me when non-Americans talk about the stupidity in basketball because they say it's dumb that a normal basket is worth 2 points. They're like, that should just be worth 1 point.
Sure.
But the issue is, although it's the most common score, the normal basket is not the easiest score. The easiest score is a free throw, which logically is only worth 1 point.
Correct.
So now that's out of the way, too. Also, soccer sucks.
and fuck baseball.
Hey, what?
Baseball's better than cricket. Cricket is baseball that takes literally a week to play sometimes. You think 9 innings is long. A week.
Speaking of
They
baseball,
don't have bases. They run back and forth.
baseball
between only 2 of them.
ruined my childhood. Not really, but my first experience in baseball was going to a father-son game for the Cub Scouts, and it was Brewers, I think, versus the Yankees. And that game, I was ready to go at the 5th inning. Normally, the games go until about 9, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was ready to go at 5. I was done. I was done with this game, and it lasted until 17.
17.
17 innings. There was
Jesus.
not a lot going on after that.
Well, there's not a lot going on at all. Because either there's a fuckload going on in equal
Yep.
measure, or nothing's happening.
Correct.
If you go to a 17-inning game that the final score is 102 to 101, that was the most amazing baseball game ever.
Nope, I think it was
Actually,
like
at that point,
5 to
that's
4 or
pretty
something.
terrible too.
I don't know, man. If it's just grand slam after grand slam, everybody gets a souvenir home run ball.
I mean, but at that point, it's become boring.
That's like people that are like, my wife's a nymphomaniac. I'm bored with sex. Fuck you, buddy.
Well, that's what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Good
kind of like that
counterpoint.
example, except she only likes missionary, and that's the only thing.
Cricket is terrible.
So, Tort, come to America and we'll record you fighting Nathan and provide you an alibi if needed.
Yeah,
If you record him, you can't provide an alibi. That doesn't make
We have
any
to record
sense.
it. We just buy Nathan Taco Bell
Shut up,
afterwards.
he's
we
Australian.
could just say it was pre-recorded. It'll be fine.
Or record it and just not show anybody. I guess it's not evidence in law if it's...
That's what I do too. Is I record a lot of things that I never show anybody any of it.
I do not compare... So rugby is not necessarily better than football, and even if you think rugby is better than football, I think that's like comparing which is better, a ribeye steak or a Granny Smith apple, because football and rugby are completely disparate sports. Because football, despite being played on a rectangle and having a ball, or an egg, isn't a field sport. hockey is more synonymous with soccer than American football
It's more
is.
like lacrosse. Lacrosse
Any
is
of those.
is a field.
Hockey, lacrosse, soccer, rugby, hurling. Those are all field sports because they're because
Hurling, right?
yes, hurling is my favorite field sport. Not that one though, but they're all live all the time. The ball's always in motion. You have a net that you're aiming for. Rugby doesn't have the net, but still, because of the always live aspect of the ball, it's closer to something like soccer than American football is. Because of the play stoppage is the huge difference. American football is 90% about play calling. You know, it's a tactical game. I've always said it's closer to chess than it is to soccer. That's my story.
I like the awkward silences after some of us get done talking. It's pretty awesome.
All right, so hurling's my favorite field sport because it's the most violent, and all of the players are volunteers because they're all insane Irish people. Nobody gets paid to play professional hurling.
I do like hockey.
You're a hockey guy.
Hockey.
Okay.
I mean, if I had to watch one, hockey would be the one I would watch a lot more.
Dan, what's your favorite field sport?
None.
Come on, you don't like any of them?
I mean, I guess soccer.
Just by default though, because you've probably never watched lacrosse or hurling or hockey or.
I don't care for most of the other ones.
Oh,
I'm just not a big sports person.
I will say this about soccer though.
It's apathy, not dislike.
Rocket League?
I'm more annoyed.
It's apathy, not dislike.
No,
I'm more
Rocket
anno-
League. Do you like
No.
Rocket League?
No.
You don't like playing Rocket League, but your car's exploded and shit. You can drive on the ceiling.
So the one thing I don't like about soccer is the fact that the clock goes up and you don't know when the fucking thing is going to end.
Yeah, it's a 90-minute game and we're minute 97. What? If you're going to do that shit, just stop the clock.
Exactly. They don't even show us the clock. It was like we're watching UFC and it's on one of the Fox Sports channels, so it cuts into the UFC show sometimes when they're showing soccer live, and oh my god, it's annoying seeing the clock going up and you have no idea when it's going to end.
So dumb.
Jeff, I know Jeff's not much.
Do I look like someone who watches sports? Did I give that one away? No, because I don't.
I know you like Madden. You love Madden
Oh,
and Call of Duty.
Chabra, best game ever. No.
This is a bad sign. The chat's begging us to go to Zappity Grumble.
If I had to pick a sport, it'd actually end up being soccer, of all things. It feels to me a lot like the clock thing is one issue, but it's a bit more active. I feel like there's the lack of substantive breaks in there make a really big difference.
Versus hockey? You
The
think
fa-
it's
the
more
fake
active?
injuries?
Well,
Versus lacrosse? Versus hurling? Versus rugby?
I mean, if you just put it that way, yes, you're right. But
I mean, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the football versus football, the soccer versus American football comparison. I'm doing soccer.
like any given sport.
No, versus field sports.
No, field sports. Soccer versus lacrosse, hurling, rugby, and hockey. Because I think those are the only other field sports I can think. And field hockey, and that's just hockey.
Yeah. Well, my problem with hockey is a personal one, mostly because I have eye problems, so following the puck can be a challenge.
Fair.
Oh,
So-
you didn't tune into Fox when they had the glowing puck?
That was the
did not.
worst.
It was
Oh
pretty
my
hard.
god. I don't watch hockey on TV a lot, but it's really fun live. It's easier to follow the puck live because you don't have the cameraman fucking up trying to follow it.
That
and
is
then
true.
You're following a moving target on a moving screen that may not be moving at the same rate as the target. It's like like golf. When I deign to watch golf on TV, they hit the ball, it vanishes. They just show the sky for a little while, and then eventually you see the grass and the
Mistake
ball sitting
one
there.
is watching golf. That is not that is not something you watch, you participate in, or you don't bother with it. It's the same as bowling.
Golf and bowling are identical in that you only do it in person. You do it with 3 people who are equally terrible as you, and it's for just an excuse, not giving a shit.
Yeah, it is more of a game than a sport.
In bowling,
Or
you do
if
it
it's
to get
golf,
drunk.
you do it
In
because you
golf,
wanna-
you do it to go outside.
And walk.
Yeah. Golf is an excuse for 4 buddies to walk. Bowling is an excuse for 4 buddies to drink and eat fried things.
yes,
Yes.
Why don't we bowl anymore?
because we hate that bowling alley.
There aren't
we have
holes
no
in my
time.
ball.
Oh, you never got that drilled out?
I never went back and drilled in my balls. Because we did a bad bowlers league. You were in it.
Yeah.
Were
No.
not. We did a bad bowlers league, and you got a free ball for being in the league. And the last day, there was a blizzard, so the guy who drills the holes in the ball didn't show up, and so then we left, and we never went back. Fuck that bowling alley. They wouldn't let us play music. So it's kind of
those
cool that I
victims
have like a
leave.
15-pound bowling ball with no the one right over here.
Okay.
A 15-pound ball with no holes in it. Like I could use it as a cannonball. Raylene's is only like 8 pounds. I can throw it at people.
Yeah, that was
Mixing
the
bowling
worst
and
part.
shot
Of,
put?
So when you go bowling, with friends, you want to drink, you want to eat pizza, you want to hang out, have fun, you want to go and load up the jukebox with as much obnoxious music to annoy your friends with.
And good songs, Ring of Fire every once in a while,
Yeah.
Kansas, whatever.
Correct. But we unfortunately played at the same time that there was an old folks league, and they couldn't handle anything being on the jukebox.
Yeah, the music was
'Cause
too distracting.
They wanted to be serious business, yo. Like,
Yeah.
they were serious business, yo, about bowling.
Hey,
It's like,
I could
calm
be
the fuck down.
I could be serious about bowling if Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me is playing. So
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can concentrate.
Some music makes it better.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
no, it was so dumb. Now I'm thinking about it. It'll be a great prank to just keep the ball like that and have my own. Because I have my own bag I inherited from my grandpa when he died. And so I can just like take the ball and be like, here, you can use my ball to somebody.
And they're just sitting there like turning it inside the bag, trying to find the holes.
Yeah. It's on the other. Turn it around, and I'll just do that for as long as it takes for them to give up.
That's me sneak over to the jukebox and put the turn the beat around on it.
Turn the barrel around.
All right.
True story. Rocket Man by William Shatner. That's a good song to bowl to. I will say this. You can argue whether or not that's a good version of Rocket Man, but his version of Common People is legitimately one of my favorite cover songs. I swear to God, that is not a troll. Common People. I forget the original band's name even, but it's a great 80s song by some British band because it was a fad at the time for rich people to like go down to shitty clubs and pretend to be poor. It was like a little mini vacation for the rich people. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, that sounds like a day in Britain.
Right. And so they wrote this angry song about, fuck you, rich people. You don't get to pretend to be poor. And Shatner did, on his album Has Been, which is a great album. Non-Euclidean and Nick is right. On his album Has Been, he does a cover of Common People that's fucking amazing.
Speaking of Shatner, he was in the show
Pulp.
recently.
Pulp is the name of the original band.
Yeah. No, but he was in the show recently that had George Furman, Henry Winkler, and Terry Bradshaw, and William Shatner traveling to Asia, and all around through Japan, China.
What show is this?
It's just a buddy show with Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman, Henry Winkler, and William Shatner.
Which George Foreman?
George Foreman,
Well, sure, but there's 9 of those.
the senior.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a fever dream.
But it was an amazing show. I think it was called. Oh God, I can't even remember the name of the show now. But it just ended. But that show was awesome. What are we doing?
Fair.
Are we doing Zappity Grumbles?
We probably should. I have no
Yeah.
idea how long this has been going on because...
We're about hour
Long
24. So
Yeah.
The Shatner song, the cover of Pulp, Common People, I will call a song. And the reason I'll call it song is that, unlike Rocket Man, there is actually music like that is the normal tempo beat behind him. And even though he's doing spoken performance over it, that music makes it more song-like. Also, for the chorus, the person, it's almost like a duet because he speaks the verses and then the chorus is actually legitimately sung by another person. Oh, we're watching Andy mod / ban people again. So
No,
see how
I-
this
no.
goes. Sounds. What's happening?
you guys are fine. You go ahead and talk.
Okay.
Well, the problem is you need to scroll up for all our Zappity.
Yeah, there were several Zappity Grumbles in the chat. I know one of them was, is it okay to stop worrying about cricks? And I would say yes, but no. Like, the problem is what you should be worried about is whatever version of cricks is fucking amazing that nobody's been smart enough to figure out yet, because that's going to catch you off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's so much as building the Crix drop now as it was, Mark II. It's
You don't need to worry about 30 Mechanothralls. You don't need to worry about more Banes. But there's something out there that is going to crack them wide open that you should be worried
At
about.
a certain point, infantry spam is going to come back with a vengeance. I mean, that Sexus list partly works. I mean, there's versions of it that have 60 drudges. Jay is playing a Madrak 2 list with 45 medium-based Trollbloods in it. And they're basically just swarming people.
Well, and that's why I preemptively have my double vault list that's immune to that bullshit. That list is terrible now because I keep running into people running 8 heavy warjacks. But as soon as I run into somebody running 60 drudges, I win the game.
Yeah, no, I've been doing well with my Thexus list. I mean, it's more so getting the timing down so I can actually play it in an hour. But yeah,
Get yourself a timer, Play one tournament with hardcore turns, and you'll be fine.
No,
All right.
I've been doing fine with it now.
I'm calling you out. I'll play you with my Sturm and Drang list.
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't drop it against those.
I bet you $100 I'll win.
No, I wouldn't drop it. I would drop my Durgan list against that.
That'd be an interesting game. I would actually want to try that and see how that would go, because I'd be interested how deceleration and the natural high armor and shield guards would help against you, whether you'd be able to break through that or not.
If I can knock down the shield guards, it might not be as bad.
Fair.
And it's basically that would
But
probably be the
it's a
first
game
thing.
of placing. Then.
Yeah, it's
And that's why I think that would be an interesting game. Whereas the other game, obviously, yeah, we both agree, like you would be throwing marshmallows at a fire.
So I'm kind of scrolling back here. So if you're making current chats in here, I'm not seeing them at all.
There's one above
There were a few
this.
you went through. Yeah, there's one.
There's
Where?
keep
going.
going. There was
Keep
one
going.
really early one. There it is.
There we go. What are your thoughts on Ghost Rider driving a muscle car? See Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for more information.
I'm intrigued by it. I mean, it doesn't matter what type of thing that Ghost Rider rides. He's still the spirit of vengeance. It doesn't matter.
Is it
to
Nicolas
me.
Cage?
It's not Nicolas
Well,
Cage.
it's not Ghost Rider. He's the one true Ghost Rider.
No.
Him or
He's
Sam
a ghost
Elliott?
writer, as in.
Not even that. Not even that.
I did not hate the Ghost Rider movies. The first one was watchable. The second one was very bad.
Explain something in the first one to me, because for the love of
I
God,
haven't seen it in such a long time.
I'll explain the scene. It'll jog your memory, and even just from the description, because I think the description's fair, but I want this explained. So, Nicolas Cage is the current Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Elliott is also like he's a previous Ghost Rider that still has his powers or whatever to some extent.
Sure.
So,
I don't remember this. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is like, I need you to come help me fight the big bad guy. I need your help.
Sure.
And Sam Elliott's like, I can only transform one more time. I got one in me. One. And then I'm over. I'm out of my power, but I'll use it to help you. So he transforms into Ghost Rider. They both transform into Ghost Rider, and they drive to the fight scene /ride because Sam Elliott's on a horse. They drive /ride to the fight scene, and then Sam Elliott changes back into a person and goes, all right, well, that's it for me, and leaves.
Hashtag scene deleted.
He uses his only remaining Ghost Rider conversion not to fight the bad guy, but to just keep Nick Cage company on the way to the fight.
There could have been bees.
Like, I'm not wrong, right, Dan? You obviously remember because you said /ride, so you remember this scene.
I tried to block it out, but
I guess I'll have to watch the movie. I don't want to watch the movie again.
And
But
like, why the fuck wouldn't you just like take the bus and then turn into a Ghost Rider when you're there and punch some guys? That would be helpful.
I could care less about him riding a car, though. I mean, I'm happy that he's in another medium because he's an intriguing character. I wish they would play him more silent than an actual, less than a human, and more of just literally the spirit of vengeance.
Like the Grim Reaper doesn't talk for a reason. It's
Correct.
creepier that way.
Correct. I mean, the only time he speaks is when he's speaking into the villain's souls. Basically, is when he's doing his thing, when he's doing his penance stare. I wish that was more like that.
that would be cool. I just don't know how that would work in a non-comic book medium, because
No, you can still do silent protagonists. It's just you need to make sure that there's a lot of good
I
visual
say-
cues.
like I said, it's
and-
a lot
visual.
harder in a non-comic book medium.
just showing just him showing up and just staring at the person, and then them living whatever pain or something going through.
John
there.
Wick doesn't talk a lot in that movie,
Yeah.
and he's pretty fucking awesome. So you just have Ghost Rider doing that. Just have him annihilating terrified people while on fire, and you're like, yeah, that's better than talking.
Or you could do like a Henry Rollins thing in He Never Died.
Yeah.
Or was that He Never Died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just doing that. I mean, that would work perfectly for Ghost Rider as well.
So just have Henry Rollins play Ghost Rider.
I mean,
That
seems
would be
legit.
pretty fucking
No
awesome,
costume,
too.
either. Just, literally just Henry Rollins in a muscle car just going, I'm Ghost Rider. And you're like, I don't think you shut up. You whatever you say.
It would be an interesting spin-off show.
Just Henry Rollins beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, Zappity.
Grumble. Is Matrak 2 really that bad? As in the Destroyer and Auto Wincaster, the interweb says he is. Because he isn't winning any events, and it feels to me he is the boogeyman of MK3 like Lilith 2 is in MK2. The issue is that Madrak 2,
He has a lot of answers.
he can answer a lot of things. Sure, and I honestly feel that some of the people out there that do play Madrak 2 are smart about him. to not like some of the higher up tournament
Are
players
hiding him
are hiding him
by not playing him.
by not playing him actively.
And I think the lower level players are losing because they hear how good he is offensively, and they're like, I can feed and wipe out a whole army. But then they're dying because they're not understanding that his true power isn't just feeding and wipe outing his army. You know, we saw troll players locally. You know, they got magic out in his thing, and they got the stone. Like, they don't realize that if the stone bearer is 5 inches behind him, he can sack to the stone bearer.
Yeah, and the stone bearer can sack.
And the stone bearer can sack to another guy.
Yeah,
Like, that's insane.
he's
That's
nigh
fucking
unkillable.
insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna crib off Muse for a bit, but he's like Mark II Gatsby 2. You can't beat him in list building. You have to outplay him, which means if someone like Keith picks him up, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like he's a golden gun that so far people who don't know how to shoot are using, and the people who know how to shoot are just glaring at it and glaring at each other and waiting.
Yeah, it's like anybody in the world could play the Gatsby I win button back in early Mark II, where he could just send a fleet of things through his entire army.
Who are big troll players? You got like Jay Larson, Flanzer.
Flanzer.
I would not be surprised if one of the two of them won a major event, the first major event they went to after the errata hits. I think they're fucking waiting. And when this first balance errata hits, if Madrak is not hit,
Jay is
then he's going to win.
Jay is taking a different tact. He's actively playing him because he wants him to get changed.
Fair
That's
point.
actually
Which is the
respect
other
that.
way of...
And he is
yeah.
winning events, though, just with his other casters, isn't he?
No, he's mostly been playing Madrak.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I
How
said,
come
Jay
he's
is
winning?
actively trying to publicize it to get it changed.
Why has he not been winning events? That surprises me. I would have expected more out of Jay.
He hasn't been traveling as much because he's been gearing up to go over to Belgium next week.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So that
The-
might be part of the J thing as well. Well, we'll see what happens at WTC.
Yeah.
Exactly, considering how many Madrak 2 players there are at WTC.
Oh my God, yeah, that's the case.
Yeah.
We'll see how many wins he gets, and because you're
Well,
not
like I
going to
said-
throw him into something he can't beat.
Well, like I said, Jay's is the scary one because he's running 4 full units of infantry to jam up heavy lists. Because that's the normal counter is you play something like Jordan's heavy list. Jay doesn't care. He just sends 2 units of Blood-Fury Fenblades into him and then jams 2 full units of Creel Warriors and you never get into any of the zones.
You know what those don't kill?
Sacrivolts.
Sacrovolts.
So, and the other thing
list
that
could beat anything else.
Hey, it's undefeated. No, it lost. It did lose. It lost once to. I should not have lost that game.
but anyway, and Lilith 2, Lilith 2 already exists in Mark III, and that's Kara Sloan. She's basically exactly as...
Kara Sloan
Yeah.
is the Lilith of this, but she's also kind of boogeyman-y because also you'll say that
Well-
Kara Sloan isn't winning events.
Yeah, but I mean, Kara Sloan is running into the same problem Lilith 2 ran into before the Naga came out. There are things like Menoth who don't care because their entire line is immune to her.
Yeah.
It's the exact same problem old school Lilith 2 had, which is you see Menoth player, you can't drop her because your entire list is built around a gimmick that doesn't work.
Right. Fair.
Super high defense is also potentially an issue, too. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's...
You defend against Sloan the same way you defended against pre-domination Lilith 2.
And it's a little bit easier because now you can pre-measure to see how far you have to stay out of Sloan's range.
That's true. You don't have to do the dance or deploy an inch back to beat or Zappity.
Grumble. We should probably hurry through these here. Zappity, what do you think of the Fallout 4 DLCs? I haven't done any of them.
Far Harbor was amazing. Mechanica was cool. The middle 2 are boring, and I haven't played Nuka Land.
I'm not somebody from Boston, but you did say Far Harbor wrong, though.
Fahaba.
Fahaba. There we go.
Whatever. It's in
Fahaba.
Maine. It's not in Boston.
Fahaba.
Zappity.
Ciao there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
Something
don't we
about
worry
a Viking
Cricks? We already
touchdown,
said
whatever.
Oh, no, he said the other. Why do folks worry about Cricks? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because they're Jeremy and they're terrible.
Yeah,
Why
I
the
mean,
fuck do you drop Ron into Crix? You have Osian. Use Deadeye.
and Crick still has some dangerous toys in the arsenal. It's just, the old gimmick isn't what's winning the games.
Yeah.
I'm appreciative that Travis is holding the Crix banner even after the world just suddenly said to Crix.
Yeah. Although he is doing that almost begrudgingly because he wants to play the power faction of minions instead.
True story.
Yeah. Like he'll text Dan and be like, "Who should I bring to the tournament? Cricks or minions?"
I keep telling him minions.
Flying Snake?
Yeah. I need to see that. That's one of those lists I will lose to and can only learn by playing against it. And I don't want to buy that much to
Well,
play
I think
it.
I need to practice with Arcadius, ending my turn headbutting one of my heavies with another heavy.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah. If a good Arcadians player going forward will end his turn by headbutting one of his heavies with another heavy.
Okay.
Because then my next turn, I throw the knockdown heavy. I walk up and throw him again. I feat, he shakes and charges, and then I activate him. I get like 20-something inches of threat range on a heavy if I end my turn, if he's already knocked down at the start of my turn.
Yeah, because you can't apply that.
Yeah.
You can't apply that to them, and they're not affected by that knockdown on their
They don't get
activation turn.
re-knocked down. So you can throw him, you can advance and throw him again. You can have Brian throw him a third time by diversionary tacticking him for one advance and then advancing a second time and then throwing him. So you can throw him like 18 inches
Well, I mean, that's how we're
and then feed him
Flying
another
Snake List works.
8 inches and then charge another 8 inches. So he can go 34 inches. The fuck?
I mean, that's how Ricard bottom won someone.
Yeah.
Was the I don't remember. I think that was a swamp horror actually, but it was either a snake or a swamp horror.
Yeah, something steady
Yeah.
in Gators. Because the Gators can do it better because they have
They
two-handed
rage.
throw.
Oh, and they rage. So they
And they
throw
can rage, yeah.
8 inches.
They
each.
rage themselves in two-handed throw, so they don't lose the die roll, which ruins the whole plan, and they get the extra distance.
Interesting.
Zappity.
Grumble. Will Morrowind stuff be ever as good as Thamorite stuff?
Nope, because Morrow's good and Thamorite's evil.
So I think the Morrowind stuff currently is better than the Thamorite stuff.
No, he just meant that as a moral question. Will
No.
Morrowind... No.
Well, because Thamorite... So let's look at casters. There's one Morrowind and one Thamorite, right?
Yep.
And I think Connie B is better than Fiona. Maybe not. I don't know. There's a debate there.
That's debatable.
We can debate there. But do you think Ragman's better than Harlan Versh?
I think Ragman has got more uses.
Man, quad irons and purgation and
He
blast.
doesn't have a
and that
quad
shit?
iron anymore. I mean,
Oh, he doesn't quad iron? What does he
I
have?
think it's this D3 plus 1 shots.
Oh, okay. Fair.
We're missing a potential quote we could use here. It's because Thamorite is evil and Morrowind is dumb.
Oh, also Gallant is Morrowind.
That's true. Gallant does just flat out win.
I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. Tortilla. Tortilla tips the
on,
balance.
Not.
Tortilla.
Great thing about audio
If the-
podcasts, bringing in an inside joke that doesn't exist in the world.
Yeah, well, fuck them. The correct pronunciation, tortilla.
Zappity.
Grumble. What's your opinion of Warner taking over Smith halfway through the series? What?
What?
Huh?
I could not understand a word you just said, Andy.
What is?
Football trolling. Fuck it. Move on.
Oh, yeah, it's football shit. Mm-hmm. Does Tort? Can you even watch football?
It's upside down for him.
Yeah. I don't want to know what chat has been responding to any of this, by the way. When you finish scrolling down.
Next, Zappity Grumble. I will be attending the WT Solom and have not decided on lists. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god, you are so terrible. Both of you are terrible. Just read words.
No, fuck that.
Learn to read yourself.
Play whatever you feel like you want to play.
You didn't finish the question.
Nope. I will be attending WTC solo event, and I have not decided on list as of yet. Should I go and have fun with Connie? She is actually legit, you guys, and Magnus too, and get super drunk, or should I try it hard with Bart and Osram?
Magnus 2 and Connie are a good pairing, and getting drunk is awesome. You should play them.
You play whatever you want to play that you feel like you'll play good drunk.
Connie will fuck people up.
All right, Zappity. Or did you guys want to?
Bart
throw
is so
something
good,
back?
though. Bart and Awesome are really good.
They are.
Magnus 2, unless he changed. In Mark 2, Magnus 2, I think, is one of the most woefully underappreciated casters, because he was Denny 3 before there was a Denny 3.
That's true.
According to 538,
538.
Trump is 40% to win the election. Who is moving to Australia?
I don't know. I don't want to get raped in the immigration camp.
That is true.
I'll take my chances here. I'm white.
Immigrating to Australia is really difficult.
Like I said, we're all white. We won't get too bad.
Oh, Acosta's a Thamorite. All right, fine. Tord says we missed one of his Zappities, but I don't care.
Repeat it. I don't want to scroll.
Well,
Ah,
Zappity
fuck
is
'em.
pants, and yes,
No.
sometimes when there's company, it's good to have pants.
Only when necessary. That is the thing
Correct.
with pants.
Oh,
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
if you have the choice to not be wearing pants, you will always choose not to wear pants.
Yeah.
You're
Jeff-
never gonna be like, man, I wish I was wearing pants right now.
Jeff doesn't know what I do in my room, and it's mostly without.
I
pants.
I'm
think
okay
he
with
knows.
that. But that veil of mystery, I am happy to leave intact.
If you're allowed to not wear pants, you're going to not wear pants
Correct.
100% of the time.
Yeah. All right, Zappity Grumble. We should do recommendations because we need to get to a pack of games quick.
I'm done.
I got no recommendations
All right.
except for better late than never.
Go Packers.
I have a recommendation. Mad Max Fury Road Black and Chrome Edition is coming out.
Oh,
Preemptive
yeah.
recommendation.
Yeah.
Mad Max Black and White. I think it also has just a soundtrack cut.
That's double awesome.
It's black and white for sure. I think they're doing the soundtrack only cut as well.
Well,
Yet to
it's
watch
easy
the
enough to
commentary.
mute it and play
Yeah.
the soundtrack.
Agreed. They did take care of the hard part.
I have a mental vision of a funny image to me, which is driving my car and getting pulled over, and the cop comes up to the window and he's like, "Sir, do you have any idea how fast you were driving?" And then he hears that Chapter Doof is playing, and he just goes, "Never mind, carry on," and walks back to his car. Because I think that's just a free pass to speed, as if Chapter Doof is playing in your car.
I mean, that's what we did last year on the way down.
Yeah.
I am still a much better fan of Brothers in Arms.
Brothers in Arms is probably my
that's a better
favorite song
Mm-hmm.
on there, but Chapter Doof I love driving to.
Sure.
Brothers in Arms is a great song, though.
I also like the rig.
Yeah.
The rig. I just love the slow chug, and you hear the cello in the background. The vroom, vroom.
Blood Bag, also a
Bag
good
is also
song.
very good,
So
too.
I'm going to pull up a list of all the songs, and we can all just agree that every one of them is good.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
Jeff, recommendation?
That thing you just said.
Okay. I win the internet.
Hooray!
Not the
Right.
whole internet.
Goodbye.
We're cutting it now.
Well, unless you had more to say.
I have nothing more to say.
Well,
It's
then
just-
goodbye.
All right, see you guys. Thanks for listening and watching.
We're sorry.
Bye.